is human to commit errors. Even computers are committing errors, so humans definitely we should give them that little bit of lenience, and we expect that some errors would definitely be committed by human beings as accountants. So if you have come to know that some errors have been committed, you should learn how to rectify them. Okay. So what are the different types of errors which may be done? Come to page number 2.108 of your textbook. You can see the different types of errors which may be committed. Errors are of different types. Two types of errors are given to you. Errors of principle and clerical errors. What do you mean by errors of principle? I'll give you an example. Salary paid to a clerk, salary paid to an employee, wages paid to workers. They are expenses for the business. Instead of recording them as expenses, you record them as loans given to workers. Is it a loan which you can recover from the employees? If you try to recover, they will resign the job and they will say, you are making us work, you are paying us money, and then you are again trying to take the money back. They will resign from the job. Salary and wages is expense for the business. You have to pay and forget. You cannot demand it back. So it is an expense. It is not a loan. If you record it as a loan, that means you have done an error of principle. You have recorded as an expenditure as a loan given to an employee. Okay, it's an error of principle. Or you pay rent to the owner of the building. After some time, you record it as a loan given to the owner. You have paid rent, but our accountant says, owner, personal account, receiver, debit. Owner account, return to bank account. You should have recorded rent account, return to bank account. So you only saw the person. Person is receiving, so owner account, return to bank account. Actually it is nothing but rent. Rent account, return to bank. So again a loan given was recorded as a, you can say rent expense paid was recorded as a loan given. Error of principle. Next. You have spent some amount, let us suppose, on making some additions to building. You have a big building, you have constructed additional rooms for accommodating your staff, for giving them extra space to work. You have done some additions to building, you have constructed some walls, you have constructed 2 or 3 extra rooms for our workers to work comfortably. Okay, we are not finding place for the workers always. Now, the accountant says it is a repair, he debits it to the profit and loss account. Is it a repair? Additions to building, you are constructing new rooms. It's a capital expenditure, benefit is going to come for more than a year. You should have gradually depreciated it. So, a capital expenditure was recorded as a revenue expenditure. It is again an error of principle. Okay, you have applied the accounting concepts in a wrong manner. Capital expenditure is recorded as revenue expenditure. Sometimes ulta happens. We have got our building painted and we have got tube lights repaired, fans repaired. All that expenditure you have debited to building account. You have debited to building account. Is it a correct treatment?
No.
The answer is no, boss. When you get the building painted, when you make small repairs, the expenditure should be debited to profit and loss account. It is part of maintenance. You don't add it to the cost of the building. If you have added it to the cost of the building, you have treated revenue expenditure as capital expenditure. You have failed to distinguish between revenue and capital. You have failed to grasp the concept of accounting and you have applied the concepts wrongly. Hence it is an error of principle. Are you able to understand? So, what is errors of principle? You have not applied the accounting concepts properly. You have done a mistake in application of the accounting concepts. You see, that is called as an error of principle. Next, second part you can see clerical errors. What do you mean by clerical errors? Errors done by clerks. Errors done by clerks. Now, Normally, see, accounting is not done by chartered accountants, boss. You are too much qualified to be accountants. What is your job? Your main role will be, a company will appoint you as a watchman for their money, or a watchdog for their money. Your responsibility is, they say auditor is a watchdog. When you come to IPCC level, you learn that auditor is a watchdog of the investors, of the shareholders, of the banks, of the financial institutions who have invested money in the company. Watchdog means he has to sniff out any fraud. You know, dog, it can sniff out smuggled goods, it can sniff out cocaine, sugar, brown sugar if it is there in your luggage. So similarly, he is a watchdog who is going to sniff out if there is anything wrong, and is going to bark to inform the owners. The owner is going to come and is going to beat the thief with a stick. That is your role. Okay? So, you are not going to be an accountant, you are not going to do accounting part, you are going to only verify. Okay? So, clerks normally are graduates, postgraduates, who become accountants and start doing accounting work in a company. Now, you are getting the accounting done by people who are not that qualified. So while they do their work, no, there is a chance that they may make some mistakes because of their nature. That is called as clerical errors. Errors of omission. Clerical errors is divided into three parts. Errors of omission. What do you mean by errors of omission? We forget. We forget to record entries. Transactions have taken place, but we forget. We forget to record complete transaction. Sale has taken place, you forget to record the entry. You have purchased goods, you have forgotten to record the entry. You do not record the debit aspect, you do not record the credit aspect. That is called as errors of complete omission. You don't record it in the journal, you don't record it in the subsidiary book, you just forget the entry. That is called as error of omission. Next, error of commission. What do you mean by error of commission? You can see there, errors of commission, writing wrong amount. No. Errors of commission is, see, you have recorded a journal entry. You have to give posting of the journal entry. In one account you have to give debit, in another account you have to give credit. Same amount should be debited, same amount should be credited. You debit 1000 rupees in one account, you debit 100, credit 100 rupees in another account. You eat 1-0. You debit 1000 in one account, another account has to be credited with 1000. You forget. You put only 100 on the credit side. Or sometimes you write on the debit side. Debit side one account 1000, another account also debit side 1000. Or debit side 100 only. While you are doing totaling, you do wrong totaling. While you are doing balancing, you are doing wrong balancing. Subsidiary books total, casting, we call it as casting, totaling. Totaling, the total of the subsidiary book, you remember? Purchase book total is taken to purchase account, sales book total is taken to sales account. You do the wrong totaling. If you do wrong totaling, what will happen? Automatically wrong amount will be posted in the purchase account and in the sales account. Entries account will not tally because creditors account and debtors account would have been properly debited and credited. If there is a mistake in totaling, automatically there will be a mistake in purchase account and sales account. Trial balance will not tally. Okay, so clerical errors, they have given you different types. Errors of omission we have discussed. Errors of commission. Writing wrong amount in subsidiary books, trial balance. Writing wrong amount in subsidiary books. You have sold goods worth 1 lakh. You record it as 90,000 in the subsidiary book. Trial balance will tally. Because debtor account will be debited with 90,000, sales account will be credited with 90,000. Unless auditor is appointed, he verifies sales invoice entry. Boss, sales invoice for 1 lakh. Why did you record 90,000? Till that time, nobody will find out that a wrong error has been done in the books of account. Next, wrong casting of subsidiary books. What is the wrong casting of subsidiary books? Totaling of subsidiary books is wrong. Posting the wrong amount in the ledger. You have to post 1000, but you post 100. Posting an amount on the wrong side. You have to post on the debit side, you post on the credit side. Wrong balancing of an account. You are doing wrong balancing of an account. So all these transactions, all these errors are called as errors of commission. Errors of omission will again visit it. we can divide errors of omission into two parts. Errors of complete omission, errors of partial omission. Complete omission means what? You have forgotten debit aspect, credit aspect. Both. We can say partial omission. You have recorded the debit aspect, but you failed to record the credit aspect. Or you have recorded the credit aspect, but you have failed to record the debit aspect. That is partial omission. Compensating errors. What do you mean by compensating errors? Leave it, it will get closed. Compensating errors. What do you mean by compensating errors? Listen to me. By mistake, purchase account was debited with 10,000 extra. By mistake. And by mistake, sales account was also credited with 10,000 extra. Will the accounts tally? Yes, they tally. Why? Purchase account balance will increase by 10,000. Sales account balance will also increase by 10,000. The trial balance will still tally. That is called as what? Compensating errors. Sometimes error in one account may compensate error in some other account. And by preparation of the trial balance, you may find that debit totals, credit totals are tallying, but you don't know where the errors are actually. Because sometimes you have compensating errors. Okay. So let us now learn about rectification of errors. Listen to me carefully. Rectification of errors, we divide it in three parts. Rectification of errors before preparation of trial balance. That is, before you prepare your trial balance, how to rectify errors. Second is, once you, we can say, finalize your trial balance, before preparation of final accounts, you come to know when you prepare a trial balance, you come to know that debit total, credit total are not tallying. There is a mistake somewhere. You search for the mistakes, you find the mistakes. In such a case, before preparation of balance sheet, final accounts, how are you going to rectify the errors? That is, after preparation of trial balance, but before preparation of final accounts, how are you going to rectify the errors? Third stage, you have prepared your financial statements also. Next accounting period, you come to know that last year there were some errors. So how are you going to deal with errors if you are finding out those errors after preparation of your balance sheet and profit and loss account? Are you able to understand? So what are the three types of rectifications we are going to do? One, rectification before preparation of trial balance. That means ledgers are still open. Whatever rectifications we want, we can do. Second, after preparation of trial balance, but before preparation of balance sheet. Third, after preparation of balance sheet and final accounts, if errors are found in the next accounting period. Okay, let us do those rectifications now. Come to page number 211, problem number 1. Not 211, sir. 2.111. Page number 2.111. Page number 2.111, problem number 1. How would you rectify the following errors in the books of Rama and Co? 1. The total to the purchase book has been undercast by 100. What do you mean by undercast? The total of the purchase book has been totaled short by 100. If you total the purchase book short by 100, that means correct total is 1000, but you have totaled it as 900. By doing a mistake in total, which ledger account is going to get affected? Can you tell me? The total of the purchase book is carried to the purchase account credit side. We write sundry creditors and we write the amount which is the total of the purchase book. So purchase book total has been casted short. That means the same short amount you are going to give credit in the purchase account. Yes. So how much short credit posting you have given in purchase account? 100. So now what we should do? The books of accounts are open now. We can rectify the errors. We have come to know that purchase account was posted short by 100 rupees on the credit side. So what do you do now? You have a chance, rectify. You have done short posting now. How much short posting you have done? 100. Give a posting now. You will write by short posting in purchase account credit side 100 rupees. Write down in notebook. Transaction number 1. How are you going to rectify? Transaction number 1. How are you going to write? You'll say, we will write by short posting in purchase book 100 rupees on credit side of purchase account. Wait, I will write. Purchase account should be credited with 100 rupees. Sorry, debit mark, very sorry. Purchase account should be debited with 100 rupees. Purchase account should be debited with 100 rupees. Correct, no? Purchase book total is taken to the purchase account, debit side. Sales book total is taken to the credit side of the sales account. You will say purchase account will be debited with 100. Next time you write within inverted commas, to under costing of purchase book. Within inverted commas you write to under costing of purchase book 100 rupees. Close the inverted commas. So this is what you have to write in which account? Purchase account. To under costing of purchase book 100 rupees. Close the inverted commas. So you have given a short debit. Now we are giving the debit. Next. The returns inward book has been undercast by 50 rupees. What is my returns inward book? What is my returns inward book undercast by 100 rupees? Return inward book is nothing but the sales returns book.
For every posting in ledger, there should be a journal entry.
Sometimes not required because it is rectification, no? Are you able to understand? See, there is a mistake only in one account. Account is open for you. You can make adjustment. Suppose you had prepared a trial balance. Trial balance did not tally and the difference was transferred to a suspense account. In such a case, the difference has to be rectified through a suspense account. We'll come to about that later. Next, the returns inward book has been undercast by 50 rupees. What is my returns inward book? Sales returns. Now, the sales returns book has been totaled short by how much rupees? No, 50 rupees only. The sales return book has been totaled short by 50 rupees. Now, please tell me, sales returns book total, where does it go actually? It is debited to the sales returns account. That means sales returns account you have posted short by how much? 50 rupees. Total of sales returns book is debited to sales returns account. You have given short posting of how much? 50 rupees. Now a chance is there, account is open, rectify the mistake, write down. Sales returns account will be debited with 50 rupees. Sales returns account will be debited with 50 rupees. You write within inward commas to undercasting of returns inward book 50 rupees. To undercasting of returns inward book 50 rupees. Did you complete it? Next. A sum of rupees 250 written off as depreciation on machinery has not been debited to depreciation account. A sum of rupees 250 written off as depreciation on machinery has not been debited to depreciation account. Now what we should do? See, depreciation entry is depreciation account or the machinery account. The problem says depreciation account has not been debited. Machinery account has already been credited. Okay, so you now give debit only in which account? Depreciation. Account is open. So you have to give a posting now. You have forgotten to post an entry. Now there is a chance. Post it. Write down. Depreciation account should be debited with 250 rupees. Depreciation account should be debited with 250 rupees. Within inverted commas you will write, what should I write in the account? To omission of posting, 250 rupees. To omission of posting, 250 rupees. To omission of posting, 250 rupees. Next, fourth transaction. A payment of rupees 75 for salaries to Mohan has been posted twice to salaries account. A payment of rupees 75 for salaries to Mohan has been posted twice to salaries account. Now you have paid 75 rupees salary to Mohan. How many times you should have debited the salary account, boss? Only once. But you have debited it twice to salary account. So what should I do now? I have to give a credit to salaries account. Write down. Salaries account should be credited with 75 rupees. I have given an excess credit to remove excess debit. I have given to remove the excess debit. I am now giving a credit. So you write within inverted commas, by double posting. By double posting, 75 rupees. Next, fifth transaction. The total of bills receivable book 1500 has been posted to the credit of bills receivable account. The total of bills receivable book 1500 has been posted to credit of bills receivable account. Boss, bills receivable book, as you keep receiving bills, you keep recording it in the bills receivable book. Total of the bills receivable book is taken to the debit side of bills receivable account. Bills receivable should show debit balance, no? But instead of taking the total to debit side of bills receivable account, it was posted to credit side of bills receivable account. So by mistake you have credited bills receivable account. Account is open. What should you do? If you give a debit, wrong credit will be cancelled. But we want a debit in the bills receivable account, no? Wrong credit is there. You have to remove the wrong credit by giving a debit once. But if you give debit only once, debit credit will get cancelled. I have to give debit again. Reverse the error plus do the correct. That is what rectification is. Reverse the error and do the correct. Reverse the error, there is a wrong credit, give a debit. Plus again do the correct. What is do the correct? Debit again. So right. Bills receivable account should be debited with 3000. See, correct position is bills receivable. Correct position, debit. How much debit? 1500 debit. This is the correct position. But what is the wrong position? Credit 1500. I have to convert this into this now. This is my book. This is how it should have been. But this is how it is. If I debit with 1500, this and this will get cancelled. I have to give another debit. So I have to give the account double debit. Okay. You write with the inverted commas to errors in posting. To error in posting, 3000 rupees. Next. An amount of rupees 151 for a credit sale to Hari, although correctly entered in the sales book, has been posted as 115. An amount of rupees 151 for a credit sale to Hari. We have sold goods on credit to Mr. Hari. What is the amount? 151. although correctly entered in the sales book. Sales book, the amount has been correctly entered, 151, but has been posted as 115. Now, in sales book, when you have recorded properly 151. If your recording is proper, totaling is proper. If totaling is proper, sales account is credited with the proper amount. But in which account have you done mistake then? See, what we do is, as soon as you sell goods on credit, we record the transaction in the sales book. Immediately we go to debtor account and we give a debit posting. Here you have done a mistake. So, in sales book you have recorded 151. Then you turn pages, you go to hurry account, you have to write 2 sales. When you are writing 2 sales, you should have written 151. But you have written how much? 115. So hurry account has been short debited. Press on button on your calculator. You should have debited 151, but you have debited only 115. So there is a short debit of how much? 36. Now there is a chance accounts are open, rectified, right? Hurry account should be debited with 36 rupees. Hurry account should be debited with 36 rupees. Hurry account should be debited with 36 rupees. Is it clear? You write 2 wrong posting. This is an error of commission. If you forget, error of omission. If you do a mistake which is going to compensate some other error, compensating errors. If you do an error in principle, errors of principle. Next. Last transaction. Discount allowed to Satish, 25, has not been entered in the discount column of the cash book. It has been posted to his personal account. Discount allowed to Satish, 25, has not been entered in the discount column of the cash book. Now, suppose Satish is giving you cash and you allow him some discount. What is entry you pass? Cash account debtor, discount account debtor to Satish account. Cash account should be debited. It was debited. Discount account, discount column in the cash book should have been debited, was not debited. But Satish account should be credited with cash and discount. It was properly posted in Satish account. Properly posted in Satish account, properly posted in cash column, but not posted in discount column of the cash book. Partial error, partial omission, no. So now we have to rectify the mistake. We'll write discount column, discount allowed column in the cash book should be debited with 25 rupees. All these mistakes, listen to me, were affecting only one account. That is why we were able to rectify the mistakes without even passing a journal entry. We went to the relevant ledger account and we have done whatever rectification had to be done. We have done it without the help of a journal entry. Okay. So we now see how to rectify mistakes with the help of a journal entry also. Come to problem number 2. Listen to me carefully. Rectification of errors, you can simply remember one formula. Reverse the error, do the correct. Reverse of wrong plus correct is the formula. If you do reverse of wrong, what will happen? Reverse entry will vanish, wrong entry will vanish, plus correct. Pass the correct entry now. Nullify what you have done wrong, then pass whatever correct entry you have to pass. This is the formula you can remember throughout your lifetime for doing any rectification. The following errors were found in the books of Ram Prasad and Sons. Give necessary entries to correct them. 1. Rupees 500 paid for furniture purchase has been charged to ordinary purchases account. Rupees 500 paid for furniture purchase has been charged to ordinary purchase account. Please tell me, when you pay 500 rupees for purchasing furniture, what is the correct entry you should pass? Furniture account, debit to cash account. That is the correct entry. But which account was debited? Purchase account. Error of principal. Asset is treated as a good. Capital expenditure is treated as revenue expenditure. Error of principal. Goods should not be shown as assets. Assets cannot be shown as goods. You have purchased furniture, but you are showing it as goods. Error of principal. Write down now in your notebook. Wrong entry passed. Purchase account, return to cash. Wrong entry passed. Purchase account, return to cash. Wrong entry passed. Purchase account, return to cash. Wrong entry passed. Purchase account, return to cash account. Correct entry to be passed. Correct entry to be passed. Furniture to cash. This is the entry which we should have passed. Furniture to cash, the correct entry we should have passed. Now what we should do? Just strike off the wrong entry and write the new entry in place. You cannot do any striking off in account. If you have to do any strike off, you have to do it through an entry. So write rectification entry. Rectification entry. Reverse of wrong plus correct. Wrong entry passed was purchases to cash. How much was the amount, ma'am? 500. Correct entry? Furniture to cash. This is the correct entry. Rectification entry? Reverse of wrong plus correct. Correct also should not reverse. Only reverse of wrong. What is reverse of wrong? Cash to purchases. Stop talking. Plus correct entry. Furniture to cash. Cash and cash will get cancelled. What is the entry that remains? Furniture account, return to purchase account. Did you all complete? This is the rectification entry, furniture account or to purchases. Next. Repairs made were debited to building account, 50 rupees. Now, let us rectify it without writing so many entries. Let us use logic. Repairs made were debited to building account, 50. You have spent 50 rupees for repairs. Please tell me which account should have been debited? Repairs. By mistake, which account has been debited? Building. Error of principal. Revenue expenditure treated as capital expenditure. Repair account should have been debited. Building account was wrongly debited. Wrong debit in building account. Wrong debit in building account. Wrong debit in building account. Credit the account. Which account should have been debited? Repairs. Now give a debit. Pass the entry. Repairs account debtor to building account. We have given a wrong debit in building. To rectify the mistake, building account is credited. Repair account was not debited. To rectify the mistake, now repair account is debited. There was no mistake in cash account. Repair account debtor to building account. Everyone understood it? Manoj. He is Manoj and he is Madhu. I forgot names, but I will try to again remember. Continue. Third transaction. An amount of rupees 100 withdrawn by the proprietor for his personal use has been debited to trade expenses account. An amount of rupees 100 withdrawn by the proprietor for his personal use has been debited to trade expenses account. Again, an amount of rupees 100 withdrawn by the proprietor for personal use. When owner withdraws money for personal use, which account should be debited? Drawings. But debited to which account? Trade expenses account. Drawing account should have been debited. Trade expense account is wrongly debited. Trade expense account wrongly debited. Trade expense account wrongly debited. Trade expense account wrongly debited. To remove the wrong debit, what should I do? Credit. Which account should have been debited? Drawings. Now give a debit. So what is it will pass? Drawings account debtor to trade expenses. Sir, will this formula work? It will work. If you want, you can write wrong entry, correct entry, rectification entry, reverse of wrong plus correct, you will get the same answer. Okay? Fourth transaction. Rupees 100 paid for rent debited to landlord's account. Rupees 100 paid for rent debited to landlord's account. When you pay rent, rent account should be debited. But by mistake you have debited whose account? Landlord account. Rent paid, rent account should be debited. Land account is wrongly debited. Landlord account wrongly debited. Landlord account wrongly debited. Rectify the mistake. Landlord account should be credited. Which account should have been debited? Rent. Now give a debit. What is it will pass? Rent account debtor to landlord account. Rent account debtor to landlord account, 100 rupees. Next. Salary of rupees 125 paid to a clerk due to him has been debited to his personal account. Salary of rupees 125 paid to a clerk due to him has been debited to his personal account. Salary 125 paid to clerk. Can you debit it to his personal account? Can you treat it as a loan?
No.
So wrongly debited whose account? Clerk account, personal account. Correct debit is salary account. Wrong debit, clerk account. Correct debit, salary account. Wrongly debited to clerk account. Wrongly debited to clerk account. Wrongly debited to clerk account. Credit clerk account. Which account should be debited? Salary. Give a debit now. Salary account debtor to clerk account. How much? 125. Sixth transaction. Rupees 100 received from Shah and Co. So we have received how much rupees from Shah and Co? 100. Has been wrongly entered as from Shaw and Co. Shaw is somebody else, Shah is somebody else. SHAH and SHAW, difference. So rupees 100 received from Shah and Co. When you receive 100 rupees from Shah and Co, what is the entry you should pass? Cash account debtor to Shah account. To Shah and Co account. But you have given wrongly credit to whom? Shaw and Co. Wrong credit given to Shaw and Co. Correct credit to Shaw and Co. Wrong credit to Shaw and Co. Shaw and Co. Wrong credit. So what you should do? Debit to Shaw and Co. account. Give a credit to Shaw and Co. account. So you'll say Shaw, SHAW, Shaw and Co. account debtor 100 rupees to Shaw and Co. account 100 rupees. Did you all complete? Next. Rupees 700 paid in cash for a typewriter was charged to office expenses account. Rupees 700 paid in cash for a typewriter was charged to office expenses account. 700 paid in cash for a typewriter. Typewriter is an asset. You have paid 700 rupees for a typewriter, but it was debited to office expense account. When you pay money and buy typewriter, which account should be debited? Typewriter account should be debited. But by mistake you have debited which account? Office expenses account. Wrong debit given to office expenses account. Correct debit to typewriter. Wrong debit to office expenses. Correct debit to typewriter. Wrong debit to office expenses. Removed by giving a credit. And give a correct debit to typewriter account. What is it will pass? Typewriter account debtor to office expense account. Come to problem number 3. What happened? You have a problem with me? Problem number 3. Give journal entries to rectify the following. 1. A purchase of goods from Ram amounting to 150 has been wrongly entered through the sales book. I think this accountant is a blind person. A purchase of goods from Ram. You are purchasing goods on credit from Ram. Please tell me which subsidiary book should you record it? Purchases book. You should write to Ram. That means you have to pass an entry. Purchases account debtor to Ram. But has been wrongly entered through the sales book. Instead of writing in purchase book, he wrote it in sales book. If you have recorded the name of Ram in sales book, what is the entry of passed? Ram account debtor to sales account. Write down in your notebook. Wrong entry passed. Ram account debtor to sales. Because it was wrongly entered in which book? Sales book. Ram account debtor to sales. Wrong entry. Correct entry. Purchases account debtor to Ram account. I think you know wrong entry, you know correct entry, you know the formula, no? Rectification entry is reverse of wrong plus correct. Reverse of wrong plus correct. Where is Arif today? He has duty. Then I told him yesterday, that it is very important. Write down. So what is the rectification entry you got? Please tell me. Sales account debtor, purchase account debtor to Ram account. How much? 150, 150 and 300. Amma Pravalika, you got the answer? Really? Yes sir, you take, you say? Very good. So what is entry like? Purchase account debtor, sales account debtor to Ram account. Ram account will get added. Please don't strike off. If there are two accounts on credit sets, credit cancel. Debit, cancel everything. So you cancel only when they are in debit and credit. So purchase and sales will not get cancelled. One under each other. Ram will get added, not cancelled. They will get added, merged. Okay. You have to just press the entries and see which account will get added and which account will not get added. If you press, same account will get added. Accounts are not same. Same account will add. If they are not same, it's like separate. Okay. Next. Second transaction. A credit sales of goods amounting to 120 to Ramesh has been wrongly passed through the purchase book. I told you this guy is a blind fellow, accountant. So a credit sale of goods amounting to 120 to Mr. Ramesh, our cameraman. A credit sales of goods amounting to rupees 120 to Mr. Ramesh. So what is the correct entry that comes to your mind? Ramesh account debtor to sales account has been wrongly passed through the purchase book. So what is the wrong entry they have passed? Purchases account debtor to Ramesh account. Write down. Wrong entry passed. Purchases account debtor to Ramesh. Purchases account debtor to Ramesh. This is the wrong entry. Correct entry? Ramesh account debtor to sales. Can you do the rectification on your own? Reverse of wrong plus correct. Reverse of wrong plus correct. Tell me what is the entry that comes to your mind? Ramesh account debtor 240, to purchase account 120, to sales account 120. Everyone got the same answer?
Yes, sir.
Ramesh account debtor 240, to purchase account credit 120, to sales account credit 120. Pakka? Next, third transaction. On 31st December 2011, goods of the value 300 were returned by Hari Saran. On 31st December 2011, goods of the value 300 were returned by Hari Saran and were taken in inventory on the same day, but no entry was passed in the books. On 31st December 2011, goods of the value 300 were returned by Hari Saran. Hari Saran is returning us the goods. It is sales returns for us. Correct entry that strikes my mind is sales returns account debtor to Hari Saran account. What is the entry that comes to my mind? Sales returns account debtor to Hari Saran account. But what happened?
No entry was
Were taken in the inventory on the same day, but no entry was passed in the books. That means you have forgotten to pass the entry. Chance is there. Pass the entry now. What is the entry to pass? Sales returns account debtor to Hari Saran. Sales returns account debtor to Hari Saran account. Did you all complete? Next. An inventory of rupees 200 due from Mahesh Chand. An inventory, an amount of rupees 200 due from Mahesh Chand, which had been written off as bad debt in a previous year, was unexpectedly recovered and has been posted to the personal account of Mahesh Chand. An amount of rupees 200 due from Mahesh Chand, which had been written off as a bad debt in previous year, was unexpectedly recovered and which had been posted to the personal account of Mr. Mahesh Chand. An amount of rupees 200 from Mr. Mahesh Chand, which had been written off as bad debt in the previous year. In previous year, you have written off that amount as bad debt. Was unexpectedly recovered. Now tell me, when you recover bad debts, what is the entry that strikes your mind? Cash or bank account debtor to? That is the entry I thought you know. What is the entry I told you? Cash or bank account debtor to bad debts recovered is the entry you have to pass. But what happened? Had been posted to personal account of Mahesh Chand. That means instead of writing the entry cash or bank account debtor to Mahesh Chand to bad debts recovered, we have passed the wrong entry cash or bank account debtor to Mahesh Chand account. Right on. Correct entry cash account debtor to bad debts recovered. Correct entry cash account debtor to bad debts recovered. Cash account debtor to bad debts recovered. That is the correct entry. Wrong entry passed cash account debtor to Mahesh Chand. Wrong entry cash account debtor to Mahesh Chand. Can you complete the rectification entry? Mahesh Chand account debtor to bad debts recovered. Mahesh Chand account debtor to bad debts recovered. Did you all complete? Please tell me. Next. A check for ₹100 received from Manmohan was dishonored. A check for ₹100 received from Manmohan was dishonored. Now tell me, when you receive a check from Manmohan, what is the entry you write? Bank account or to Manmohan account. As soon as we receive a check, we pass the entry bank account or to Manmohan account. If the check is dishonored, what is the entry we pass? Manmohan account debtor to bank account. What is the entry we pass? That is the correct entry we should have passed. But what did we pass? Have been posted to debit of sales returns account. Some camouflaging you are doing. See, if you write Manmohan account or to bank, Manmohan becomes debtor. He has to pay money. So I think there is some match fixing between the accountant and Mr. Manmohan. What the accountant did was, he debited it to sales returns. So that Manmohan is not required to pay money to the company. Even though he has dishonored the check. Okay, write down. Correct entry for dishonor. Correct entry for dishonor. What is the correct entry for dishonor? Manmohan account debtor to bank account. Correct entry for dishonor. Manmohan account debtor to bank account. Correct entry for dishonor. Manmohan account debtor to bank account. Wrong entry passed. Sales returns account debtor to bank. Wrong entry passed. Sales returns account debtor to bank. Sales returns account debtor to bank account. Sales returns account debtor to bank account. Is it clear, everyone? Now you know the correct entry, you know the wrong entry. Rectify. Manmohan account debtor to sales returns. Arey, why do you require parallel coaching classes? Oh, what is the correct entry? Manmohan to bank. Wrong entry, sales returns to bank. Reverse of wrong plus correct. Manmohan to bank. How much amount? 100. This is correct entry. Wrong entry, sales returns to bank. 100. Wrong entry. Rectification entry. Reverse of wrong plus correct. Reverse of wrong. Bank to sales returns. 100, 100. Correct. Manmohan to bank. 100. Bank cancel. Manmohan to sales returns. Over. Now let us do a problem where we are doing rectification after preparation of trial balance but before preparation of final accounts. Okay. Now what happens is, listen to me carefully everyone. I am preparing the trial balance of a company, of a business. Why do I prepare trial balance, can you tell me? Actually it is not part of the accounting process, boss. Accounting process consists of recording, that is journal entry, subsidiary books. Second, posting, that is nothing but analysis, ledger accounts. Third, summarizing, preparation of final accounts. Fourth, analysis. So whatever you have summarized, you are going to analyze that information. That's it. So recording, posting, summarizing. Over. We don't have trial balance anywhere. But we prepare trial balance to know whether debits and credits have been given properly or not. Whether debits on all the accounts are equal to credits in all the accounts or not. To know that, we prepare a trial balance. Now, we were preparing a trial balance. You find that total of the debit side is coming to 90,000 and total of credit is coming to 1 lakh. Lot of accounts are there here. Total of the debit column is coming to only 90,000. Total of credit is coming to 1 lakh. Is the trial balance tally? The trial balance does not tally, your financial statements are not going to tally. Your balance sheet, P&L account, cash flow statement, they are not going to tally. So what we have to do now? We have to first make the trial balance tally. So how will you make the trial balance tally? You cannot remove something from here, but you can add something here. So you will say 10,000 here in the trial balance. We will change this total to 1 lakh. We will call this as suspense account. What do we call it as? So to make both the sides tally, in whichever side there is a short total, the total is short. By how much it is short, we will debit the account, we debit the trial balance or we credit the trial balance with an account called as the suspense account. Okay. Suppose ulta is the case. This side was 90. This side is 1 lakh, this side is 90. I have to make this side equal to this. Now I write 10,000 here, suspense account, credit balance, 10,000. To make the trial balance tally, I have to take the help of an account called as the suspense account. So whatever difference is there in the trial balance, we will put it in the suspense account first. If debit is short, we will debit it to suspense account. If credit is short, we will credit it to suspense account. Then search for reasons. Why is there suspense balance? And then pass entries to rectify the mistakes. And once you have rectified the mistakes, suspense account should automatically get closed. Okay. Let us do a problem, you will understand. Problem number 4. Correct the following errors without suspense account by opening a suspense account. We already know how to correct the errors without suspense account. Now we will learn only how to rectify the errors by opening a suspense account. First transaction. The sales book has been totaled short by 100. Now tell me. Sales book has been totaled short by 100. If there is a short totaling of sales book, which account are we going to give short credit? The total of the sales book is taken to the credit side of the sales account. The total of the sales book is taken to the credit side of the sales account. That means sales account has been short totaled, short credited by 100 rupees. Now we have to do rectifications to suspense account only. I know sales account has been credited short by 100. I have to give a credit in sales account. Where should I give debit? I don't know, sir. Suspense. Write down entry. Suspense account debtor to sales account. like for this transaction? Sales book has been short totaled, no? Debtor 1000, sales 100, 900. If you total the sales book short by 100 rupees, that is how trial balance will come. Sir, why debtor? There is no mistake. Individually posted debtor, no boss. Individual posting there was no mistake. Totaling there was a mistake. If totaling is wrong, sales account will be wrong. Remember the process. As soon as you do sales, you write the name of the customer, amount. You immediately go to debtor account, you give a debit. If you have forgotten, please refer to the videos again and try to learn. So we go to sales book, record entry, we go to debtor account, we write 2 sales. Immediately write. Is there a mistake in debtor account? The problem said there is no mistake in debtor account. Totally you did a mistake and you have credited short by how much? 100. So this is how it is appearing. Now how to make the trial balance tally? I have to put 100 here, suspense. What is entry of past now? Suspense account debtor to? Now after passing this entry, will this account get closed?
Yes.
Suspense account. It will get closed, boss. When trial balance did not tally, suspense account brought down 100 rupees. Suspense account credit balance. Now you have passed rectification entry. What is it you have passed? Suspense account debtor to sales. 100 rupees. Account got closed, no? Because of rectification, suspense account was showing a credit balance of 100. And when you pass the rectification entry, suspense account onto sales, the account has got closed. Did you understand? Next. Goods worth rupees 150 returned by Green and Co. have not been recorded anywhere. Will it affect the trial balance? Please tell me first of all.
No, sir.
Goods returned by Green and Co. 150 rupees have not been recorded anywhere. They have not been recorded anywhere. That means they have completely omitted the entry. Chance is there. Record the entry now. What is entry will pass? Goods returned by whom? The goods were returned by Green and Co. That means sales return. Sales returns account debtor to Green and Co. account. Listen to me. Because of this entry, debit side will be short, credit side will be short. Trial balance will tally. Suspense account will not be opened. If it is not opened, it need not be closed. Next. Goods purchased for rupees 250 have been posted to the debit of supplier Gupta and Co. Goods purchased for rupees 250 have been posted to debit of supplier Gupta and Co. Boss, when you purchase goods on credit, purchase account has to be debited and the supplier Gupta and Co. account has to be credited. But by mistake, what have we done? Debited. Now, let us see the impact on trial balance because of this transaction. Purchases. Is there a mistake in purchases? Did the problem say there is a mistake in purchase? No. How much? 50 correctly debited. Gupta and Co account should have been credited with 250, but by mistake what have we done? This is your trial balance will look like. What is trial balance? It's aggregation of all debits and credits in the ledger account. Are you able to understand? There is one method of preparation of trial balance where you don't take balances of ledgers. You total the debit of an account, write it in the debit side of trial balance. Take the total of the credit side of the account, take it in the credit side. Debtors account, total the debit side, write it in debit side. Total of the credit side, credit side. Just take totals of debit side, credit side, post it in the trial balance to see whether it is tallying or not. Are you able to understand? So what I have done? Purchase correctly debited, Gupta and Co wrongly debited. If this is a trial balance, will it tally? 500 0. How will I make a trial balance tally? Tell me. 500 suspense. Now suspense account is showing a credit balance of how much? It has to be closed. How will you close it? By passing a rectification entry. How will you pass a rectification entry? Listen to me carefully. there is no mistake in purchases. Wrong debit given to Gupta and Co. You should not have debited their account. You should have credited their account. Wrongly debited. You have to remove the debit. How will you remove the debit? Give a credit. Give one more credit. Why? There is a debit. You again credit. Cancel. You have to give one more credit to bring the correct effect. No. Reverse of wrong plus correct. What is reverse of wrong? Credit. Plus correct. Again credit. So it is 250 plus 250. Credit 500 to Gupta and Co account. Debit. I don't know, sir. Suspense. Entry. Suspense account debtor to Gupta and Co. 500. Suspense account debtor to Gupta and Co. 500. Now, after passing this entry, will this account remain?
No.
Here it is showing current balance. You have passed an entry where you are debiting suspense account. The account will get closed. Continue. Furniture purchased from Gulab Brothers. 1000 has been entered in the purchases day book. Furniture purchased from Gulab Brothers. 1000 has been entered in the purchases day book. Now tell me, when you purchase furniture from Gulab Brothers, which account should be debited, which account should be credited? Furniture account and Gulab Brothers account should be credited. Has been entered in purchase day book. That means you have debited purchases and you have credited Gulab Brothers. Correct entry is furniture to Gulab Brothers. Wrong entry of past is purchases to Gulab Brothers. Gulab Brothers you have correctly credited, no mistake. Purchase account is wrongly debited. Furniture account should have been debited. Rectified. See, trial balance will tally in this problem now. Because instead of furniture, purchase will be showing debit balance. Gulab Brothers is however showing credit balance. Debit credit will tally. But errors of principle may not be found out by preparation of a trial balance. Because furniture and purchase both show debit. Both debits and credits will tally. We will feel there is no mistake, but there is a mistake. So how will we rectify the mistake now? Wrong debit to purchases, correct debit to furniture. So what should I do now? Furniture account debtor to purchases account. Suspense account will not be involved. Furniture account debtor to purchase account. Did you all complete it? Everyone? Next. Discount received from Red and Black, 15 rupees, has not been entered in the discount column of the cash book. Let us see how it will affect the trial balance. How much discount you have given to Red and Black? Just taking a hypothetical example. Cash 985, discount 15, Red and Black 1000. Suppose Red and Black had to pay us 1000. They gave 1000 to us. 985 debited to cash, discount debited 15. This is how it should have been. This is correct position. For what? What will be the effect now? There is a debit short? No. How to make the trial balance tally? No. 15 rupees suspense. If discount is properly debited, trial balance will tally, boss. Red and Black account is credited with 1000, cash account debited with 985, discount debited with 15. Debit and credit will tally. But you forgot discount debit. Hence, there will be a debit short in trial balance. How will you rectify the debit short? Suspense, 15 rupees. Now, how will you rectify the mistake? We did not debit discount allowed, no. Debit discount allowed. Sir, credit I don't know where to give. Can you again give credit Red and Black? They have been properly credited. If you do again extra credit, you have to again remove the credit. So what is it will pass? Discount allowed account debtor to suspense account. After passing that entry, see whether this account is getting closed or not.
Yes.
Here it is showing debit balance. In your entry you are saying credit. Cancel.
Sir, receive is not received.
Oh,
Credit.
that's all. Okay, no problem. It's rectified. I thought it was discount allowed. Okay, now you tell me. Amma, I got a chance. You tell me how the trial balance will appear. Red and black 1000, cash 985, discount received 15. This is how trial balance should have been. Discount received means we are paying cash to Red and Black and we are receiving discount. Suppose we have to pay 1000 to Red and Black, we paid only 985, we got a discount of 15. This is correct position. Trial balance will tally. But what is the wrong we have done? We have forgotten discount. How to make trial balance tally now? 15 suspense account. Now what is the entry or pass? Discount received account has to be credited, debit. I don't know sir, we have to give suspense. Suspense account debtor to discount received. After passing that entry, see whether this account is getting closed. Yes. Transaction number F. Discount allowed to G Mohan and Co. rupees 18 has not been entered in the discount column of the cash book. Discount allowed to G Mohan and Co. 18 rupees has not been entered in the discount column of the cash book. The account of G Mohan and Co. has however been correctly posted. Discount allowed to G Mohan and Co. 18 has not been entered in the discount column of the cash book. Now debit, right? Discount allowed account debtor to suspense account. Discount allowed account debtor to suspense account. Correct? So we'll continue with errors in tomorrow's class. We'll have a 10 minutes break now. A 5 minutes break. Then we'll come back with depreciation.